Hello and welcome to Stadium Scene GP Long Beach Street Circuit. My name is Takato Timmerman and I will be your broadcaster here tonight on Stadium Scene TV for our another Indy Racing World Series race. As you can see, we got a little bit of time before we start our race tonight, so let's go quickly into this. Today we are at Long Beach Street Circuit. It is located in Long Beach, California. Nice and hot out there. Opened in 1975 and has a total length of 1.97 miles with 11 turns. Some notable things about this racetrack is it's held races since its creation in 1975 all the way up till 2018. Let's take a quick look at our standings while we have a little bit of time. We got about a minute and 30 seconds until they all get ready and start gridding up soon. As we can see, in first place we have Ian Miller, second place Lucas Puntarelli, about 5 points apart. Third place Derek Booker, fourth place Erik Richardson, fifth place Brian McKinney, sixth place Bill Colley II, seventh place Eric Mattingly, eighth DJ Fluck, ninth Greg Hammond, 10th Mark Fish, 11th Dale Mickelson, 12th Gabe Rogers, 13th Drake Carty, 14th Jax Milan, and in 15th place we have Austin Johnson. Let's take a look at some things to look out for tonight's race. As we can see, we got about 40 seconds until all the drivers must be in the pits to end qualifying. Tonight's qualification style is open, so there are no 10 minutes of practice and 5 minutes to do 2 laps to get your qualifying time in. Total laps for tonight's race is 50 laps. We're looking at a fuel window between 25 and 27. Although going for 25 laps for your fuel window, according to DJ, is very close. So here we go. Here we see. We will find out how everyone will fare in tonight's race. We're looking at about 1 stop. No cautions tonight, and they will have to switch between the alternate and the primary tires. Our previous race winner here was Erik Richardson. And as we wrap that up, looks like they are ready to start racing. So we'll switch it over to the grid and take a look at our grid. So we have 6 cars tonight. In first place we have Ian Miller. Second place we have Lucas Puntarelli. Third place we have Derek Booker. Fourth place we have Erik Richardson. Fifth place we have Brian McKinney, and sixth place is DJ Fluck. As we wait there for all the drivers to grid, let's hope that all the drivers have a good race here tonight. I will drag. Let me pull up the ticker, and we'll drag Ian Miller into the broadcast booth. Hey Ian, do you have a copy? This is the broadcast booth.
Yes, I do.
Hey, how's it going tonight?
It's going pretty okay.
That's good. We know that street circuits are more up your alley. How are you feeling tonight? Pretty good.
If I can keep the car out of the wall, I think I'll be pretty good. And we'll see how the primaries work. I'm feeling a lot more comfortable on the alternates.
Okay. Well, good luck tonight, and hope you have a good race.
Yeah, thank you. Hope to put on a good show.
Awesome. And that was Ian Miller, the number 48 car, who will be leading the race off as soon as all the drivers have gridded. And it looks like all the drivers have gridded. So there will be 1 green flag, 1 white flag, and 1 checkered flag tonight, as there are no cautions, so no lucky dogs, and the drivers are off. So tonight will be a little interesting. Road courses are always a little interesting to broadcast, in my opinion. It's tough. Oh, we see a little bit of looks like some tire lockups there from some of the drivers. I would say that that road courses are more complicated with just or harder to broadcast with just how different everyone drives and how how each and every one kind of takes each course and how much practice is involved. And I'm also happy to say that I'm glad that I'm not racing out there, especially on a road course like today. I would not do too well. So lots of credit to all these drivers that are out here tonight. There are 6 of them. And we will see what kind of a show they'll put on for us. Oh! Looks like we have an incident in the back half there. Off of the formation lap. And the green flag is waving. Looks like there was no need for... oh, I guess there's no cautions in tonight's race, so... And we saw our first incident there with Lucas Pintorelli going straight into the wall. Let's see if he's... Looks like he's made it back. Oh, he's got some damage. I believe there will be one fast repair in tonight's race, as always. Oh, as we see, Erik Richardson also hit the wall hard there. There are 11 turns, so I'm not sure which turn is where. So I do apologize for that. Oh, and oh, this is gonna be an interesting race tonight with the wall contacts. It looks as we see Derek Booker there, who made hard contact on the wall just earlier. Looks like DJ Fluck's taking it easy and not going too hard. We are on board with Brian McKinney now. Let's keep an eye out. Oh, it looks like he's missing a front wing too. That may have happened on the formation lap with Erik Richardson. As you can see, Erik Richardson is also missing part of his front wing. Looks like Derek Booker may be in the pits. Yes, he is in the pits. He's probably going to get a repair in. So currently, our race leader is Ian Miller. Second place is DJ Fluck, who is taking it very cautiously around the racetrack. Hopefully, no jinxing here. Oh, I might have jinxed him. He lost a wing there. In third place, we got Brian McKinney. Fourth place, we have Erik Richardson. In fifth place, we have Derek Booker, who is currently in the pits. And in sixth place, we have Lucas Pintorelli, who, fortunately, at the beginning of the race, missed his turn. As we see Erik Richardson in the back there, hit the wall. And unfortunately is sitting about... Oh, it looks like he's also in the pits, probably getting a fast repair in. Hopefully tonight's race will not be like last week's race, where we had more drivers in the broadcast booth than in the race itself. Let's go ahead and follow Ian Miller around a little bit and see how he's handling the course. So fun fact about this race course, you can actually take your car and drive on the places that these drivers are racing. Obviously, we do not condone any speeding or reckless driving on public roads, so please be cautious of that. If you do drive it, put maybe like a GoPro or a dash cam. Keep your eyes on the road and drive. But a cool experience. You could drive about, according to DJ Fluck, about 90% of or 80% of the course. Although the other 20% is in private property, I believe, or in a parking lot. So do be careful with that if you decide to go to Long Beach and drive around. See Ian kind of taking it easy, and he does have like a 14-second gap from him to DJ Fluck, and I believe that gap will probably get a little wider as the race goes on. So as long as Ian Miller keeps it out of the walls, and potentially we might see him go into the pits early and swap his tires from primaries to alternatives. As he said, He doesn't like the primaries too much compared to the alternate tires. Let's go ahead and hop on board with DJ Fluck. As we can see, there's a good race brewing between the 88 car and the 8 car of Brian McKinney. We also see Derek Booker as part of that part of the race between the two. Looks like Booker's trying to unlap himself. Oh yeah, there you go. There's a 25-mile-per-hour speed limit, and these drivers are not doing that. They are. DJ Fluck himself is going 110 right here. So I definitely don't condone speeding on public roads unless you're on a closed course and know what you're doing. But tonight is Road Course Mania or Madness. Official race title is Stadium Scene Grand Prix, but street circuits always have a way of kind of shuffling the drivers and making it tough for all of them. Ooh. Oh no! And Derek Booker goes into the wall. And we'll probably have to go back into the pits for a repair. Looks like DJ going a little slow and being cautious, and Derek Booker being a little too heavy on the accelerator caused him to spin out and go into the wall. Hopefully Derek can get some repairs done real quickly and go back out there and race. It's always tough seeing this incident this early into the race. We are currently on lap 6 of 50. And remember, the fuel window is about lap 25 to 27. I don't think you can really fuel save too much on a street circuit like this. I'm sure you can, but you just sacrifice a lot of the acceleration, which oh no! As DJ hits the wall hard there, looks like his tire's still attached, but he will be dropping down into P3, probably into P4 as soon as Richardson, the 13 car, passes him. We will follow around Brian McKinney now, as the race has moved away from DJ Fluck and over towards the number 8 and the number 13 car, although there is a 3.8 second gap. There's a funny reaction from a lot of the drivers when Long Beach was announced as a race on our schedule, and as I mentioned let us pull up the our season 4 schedule. So as you can see, this is race number 7. We do have 3 more races left. We have Nashville, which is next week. Kansas, which is I believe is 2. There will be a break between Nashville and Kansas. And then Indianapolis will be our final race of the season. This is our last street course of the season. And I'm sure a lot of drivers are very happy that tonight is the last race for street course racing. And hopefully the viewers, you guys, are hopefully okay with street course racing. Ooh, as we see Lucas Puntarelli right behind the 13 car of Erik Richardson. Sorry, let me get the schedule out of the way. Let us hop on board with Erik Richardson, and there goes Lucas Puntarelli, right around Erik Richardson. Well, let's observe Lucas Puntarelli as he goes around the course here tonight. Oh, a small tap on the wall. Looks like he's very aggressive around the corners. Let us go into the cockpit and watch him drive around. Ooh, that is not the right car. There we go. We are on board with Lucas Puntarelli as he goes around the course here. There's a long straightaway there. Around the water fountain, a half circle. There are names for these corners and these sections of track. I unfortunately do not have it pulled up, and I'm not 100% sure what each one of them are named, so I do apologize for that. But there are 11 turns total in, at Long Beach, so each driver, to get the optimal, not track information, but the track layout, probably have to practice a lot in order to remember where to enter into each turn, because there are 11 of them. It's probably the tightest one right there. A hairpin curve straight into the main stretch. And that is, ladies and gentlemen, one lap around Long Beach. So we'll go over into our TV view and switch over to Ian Miller. He's currently the race leader. Although right now, oh yeah, Ian is still has the fastest lap in tonight's race with what looks to be a 109.938. He's the only driver to have broken the 1 minute and 10-second mark. The next closest driver is Lucas Pintorelli with a 111.083. Afterwards, all the other drivers are sitting around 113 and 114. So Ian Miller is showing a masterclass of racing here tonight. So let's see if, let's hop on board Lucas Pintorelli and see if he is able to catch up to any of the other drivers and unlap himself and hopefully get back onto the lead lap. So as of right now, we are on lap 10. There are 3 drivers that are still on the first stint. Those drivers are Ian Miller, Brian McKinney, and Erik Richardson. Lucas Pintorelli is on lap number 7 of this stint. DJ Fluck is on lap number 2 of his stint. And Derek Booker is on his first lap. I believe he just got out of the pits after his incident. So he is back out. Looks like Derek Booker is behind Lucas Pintorelli there. We saw him for a quick second. I'm not sure if that was actually him or not. Let's go ahead and hop on board with Erik Richardson as he goes around the half circle there. He's currently sitting about 3-4 seconds behind Brian McKinney. Erik Richardson's currently sitting in 3rd place and is on lap 11 of his current stint. It looks like Ian Miller is catching up to him quickly, though. Remember, Ian is going around 110s, 111s during the race right now, while everyone else is holding about 113, 114, it looks like. Lucas Pintorelli is holding 111s. He's relatively consistent with that. He is also on fresher tires and a little more fuel. Ian Miller is holding 111.7s. So if Lucas can keep holding 111s, he will be able to hopefully catch up to Lucas and... Oh, ouch. Looks like Erik has lost both of his front wings Looks like he still has his suspension and his steering. But probably less downforce as he has lost both of his front wings. Probably looking at kind of like bumper cars for a lot of these drivers here tonight. As we're gonna move over to Brian McKinney. He's currently on lap 12. Oh, did you see his brakes? Keep an eye on the front tires and you can see that his brakes are red. Here you go. Yeah, his brakes are probably heating up with all the stopping and going. And hopefully that isn't a factor in tonight's race for with all the braking that you have to do. As the brakes get warmer, they're not able to slow the car down as well. So that might be, as we can see as Brian McKinney locking up some of his tires there. As he goes around the water fountain. But it looks like a tough course trying to navigate the brakes and the gas pedal, going back and forth with it. As you can see, he locked up the inside tires there, the passenger side, the right side. But I gotta say, I'm happy that I am not racing, and I am broadcasting because this just looks like a very tough course to navigate, and it seems like a tough course to just get to know and to race for 50 laps. Speaking of 50 laps, we are currently on lap 14. And while the race is going on, we'll switch it back over to Ian Miller as he's about to... who's that? Is that Derek Booker? No, that is DJ Fluck. Ian Miller has passed DJ Fluck, who is now 2 laps down. It looks like Ian's able to navigate the course very well. He's currently on lap 15. He's on 15 laps of his current tires. And while we're here, let's give a quick shout out to our other racing league, the Wednesday Night Dash crew. They're currently on season 10. And tomorrow, they will be at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. And they will be running the oval. So no street racing, just plain circuit racing, which might be a little change of pace and a little more, I don't know if fun's the right word to put it, but Wednesday Night Dash has been fun to watch for this season. Hopefully you can tune in. Wednesday Night Dash tomorrow will be at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Green flag will be waving at 10:17 p.m. Eastern Time. So if you can join right here at Stadium Scene TV, same time, please join and watch an entertaining race. Let's go ahead and hop on board with Derek Booker as he is currently looking like 5 laps down from the leader. He's currently on lap 6 of his current tires and fuel setup. It looks like his tires are nice and warmed up, so hopefully he'll have a little bit more traction on the track. And those bumps on that corner get you in the air, and it's obviously in the air you have no traction and you can't really control the car, so at that point you kind of just have to leave the car neutral and make sure that you have full control once, make sure you're able to hit the brakes and turn the car once you're back down onto the ground. Because if you try to jerk your wheel, slam on the brakes, As soon as you come landing down, you're gonna, if you're lucky, you'll land in one piece. If you're not lucky, you'll probably mess up and run into a corner or into the wall. Just won't have good control, which obviously you don't want to have. Well, we hopped on board with Lucas Pintorelli around the track. Let's go ahead and go over to our race leader, Ian Miller. And once he gets the main part of the back or the front stretch, let's go ahead and hop on board with him and see how he takes this race course and how he goes around it. It's currently on lap 17. Field window's about lap 25 to 27. We'll see what Ian does. Maybe he'll pit a little bit early, so then he can switch over to the not the intermediate tires, but the alternative tires. And that was one lap around the course with on board with Ian Miller. Let's go ahead and hop on back out. As you can see, he has very good control around the course in his car. And because of that, he is currently dominating the race, sitting about 50 seconds ahead of second place. Currently has the fastest lap, although he is on lap 19 with his current tires, so I'm sure they're wearing out. I don't know if it's an even amount of wear on all 4 tires. I'm sure it's not, based off of just the little bit of racing that I do. Now, even on street courses, that they don't wear out evenly. And let's go ahead and hop on board with Derek Booker, who actually has the second fastest lap around this course with a 1:10.448. He's currently 5 laps down in 6th place, but if he keeps chipping away, he may be able to unlap himself. Oh. What a save there. Looks like he was able to save himself from the tire barrier there. Got very lucky with that. As I said earlier, you know, this course is not easy. It's tough. Oh, it looks like his frame might be a little bent there. Looks like he's into the pits. So let's go ahead and move over to DJ Fluck. Looks like he used his quick repairs. It looks like he is on the alternate tires. The way you kind of can tell, if we can see Lucas Pintorelli's tires as he passes him. You can see it's a little yellow, and then DJ Fluck's tires are light blue in color on the edge. Let's see if I can... let's go ahead. I know Brian McKinney has primaries on too. So let's see if we can see the side of his tire. And they're light green there. And then let's go ahead, hop on backboard. Go ahead and go back to DJ Fluck, and as you can see, it's not... It's a little different of a color. It's like a light bluish, maybe dark, maybe like a gray color. It's one way to tell the difference between the tires is that sidewall. You can see the different color. But DJ Fluck is currently in 5th place. Drives the number 88 car, and he is 2 laps down from the lead. And he is 1 lap down from the person in front of him, who is Lucas Puntarelli, who's currently 1 lap down from the lead, but only 30 seconds behind 3rd place. The ticker on the left-hand side of the screen, I did change that from gap to interval. So it does show the interval between each driver instead of the gap from the leader. So just a quick heads up for all of the viewers who are watching from home tonight. Again, thank you very much for joining us here tonight. We do appreciate you being here and joining us here at Stadium Scene TV. This race is presented by Rogue Energy. Rogue Energy focuses on 4 product lines: Hydration, Energy, Shake, and Extreme, which is their pre-workout line. They are a gaming company at heart and offer high-quality products as an alternative to traditional sugary energy drinks. Check out their product line, and don't forget to use our promo code FRRacingOnline. Save 10% off using our promo code. And as we are on with DJ Fluck and watching him go around the race, let us give a quick shout out to our GT Sprint Series. Did you know we host a monthly free GT style race on Saturday mornings at 9 a.m. Eastern Time? If you want to work on your GT racing or prep for an iRacing official event, join the FR Racing Discord via the link in the video's description and let them know you're here for the GT race. These 45 and 90-minute sprint events are broadcasted right here on Stadium Scene TV. If you'd like to join, please join us. They are broadcasted by me and DJ Fluck, who is currently the driver that we are following around the course. Our next one I think we already did the Indy one, so we will probably be the October 6th, the 90-minute race in Atlanta. So keep an eye out for that. Ooh, as we see DJ Fluck, who spun out there. Let's see if he's able to get out of there before anyone else comes up to him. And there he goes. Let's go ahead, hop on board with Erik Richardson. He is currently 12 seconds back of Brian McKinney and currently a lap down from our race leader. We will probably see Ian Miller passing Brian McKinney very shortly here. So actually, we'll move over to Brian McKinney, as Ian Miller will probably come sneaking up behind him, as we see DJ Fluck right behind him. Oh no! Looks like Brian McKinney hit the wall pretty hard and lost his front left tire and his nose. As DJ Fluck goes around him on the outside. Oh no, he does not. DJ's gonna want to go around him. There he goes. And there is Ian Miller. As Ian Miller will have to carefully navigate the lap traffic and the car of Brian McKinney, as Brian McKinney goes into the pits on lap 23. Currently a lap down, and Ian Miller will be chasing down DJ Fluck. Oh! I did not like that sound. Let's go ahead and see. Oh, it looks like it was not DJ. But Ian Miller is fast approaching DJ Fluck. DJ Fluck is currently 2 laps down. Now he is 3 laps down, and the 88 car will let the number 48 car by. So as we have the grid on our left side here, oh, actually we are approaching lap 25 for Ian Miller. Let's see if he goes into the pits anytime soon. He'll go around this corner, make the hairpin turn. And the pit entrance is really tough here. You have to take a sharp right turn. You can see that small opening right there. That is the pit entrance. It's a very narrow gap and very tight entry. And we do have a scoreboard update. Looks like Brian McKinney is down into 4th place, and Richardson and Puntarelli have moved up a spot respectively. Looks like there might be a race coming up between Richardson and Puntarelli. Richardson is currently on lap 25 of his tires, while Puntarelli is on lap 23. And right behind both of them is the number 8 car, Brian McKinney, who is fresh, who has fresh tires and a full tank of fuel right after a small incident with a wall there. So that'll be something to keep an eye out for and see if the pit stop, which looks like it averages about 43 seconds, will affect Richardson and Puntarelli and keeping their positions. Let's go ahead and go hop on board with Richardson here. He currently has no wings on his car. Oh, just saved it there. Now we see Puntarelli right behind him. About 3 seconds now. There's a gap between the two. The 85 car has front wings while the 13 car does not. So we are on board with the 13 car of Erik Richardson, who's currently in 2nd place. It's currently a lap down from Ian Miller, who is our race leader. But the gap between the 13 car and the 85 car is closing. It was 3 seconds at one point. Now it is 1.5 seconds and closing quick. Oh, as we see the 13 car blink there. Now we've got a 1 second gap between the two drivers. And we see Richardson go into the pits, and Puntarelli stays out, currently on lap 25 on his stint, for his tires and fuel. We'll see if McKinney can take advantage of it and get around Richardson to be back in his 3rd place spot. And we'll see what Lucas does with his as he is getting up into the fuel window area as well. And we do have a race lead change, not a lead change, but an update on the standings. Miller is in 1st still. Puntarelli has taken 2nd place. Oh, Miller has pitted. Ian Miller has gone into the pits. Anyways, back to the standings update. Puntarelli is now in 2nd. McKinney is in 3rd, and Richardson is in 4th. That is our update. As Lucas goes around the final hairpin corner, and he also goes into the pits. So this is a big chance for Brian McKinney here to capitalize and try to get in front of Puntarelli And hopefully Richardson can also do the same. And we're looking at around 40, let's see, 43 seconds for a pit stop. Must be a very long pit lane. And it looks like Brian McKinney has taken his second place spot back. Let's see if Richardson can take his third place spot back as we go on board with Richardson here. And Richardson was able to take his spot back in third place. And Puntarelli will be following behind very closely, the 2-second gap between third and fourth place. We are on the back half of the race. We are currently on lap 29 of 50. Ian Miller is running away with this race, leading by a lap. The closest race right now is between Richardson in the 13 car and Lucas Puntarelli in the number 85 car. Lucas has fresh tires, just got out of the pits with them, and it looks like Richardson is currently running the primary tires, and Lucas is running, I believe, the alternate tires right now. Remember, the 85 car has already gone into the pits, while this is the first time for the 13 car. So we'll see how the 13 car does with the primary tires instead of the alternate tires. As we see the gap closing between the 8 and the 13, oh sorry, not the 8 and 13 car, but the 13 and the 85 car. Less than a second now. You can see that Lucas is a little more aggressive with his entries into the corners, as Richardson kind of takes a more soft approach into him. About half a second now separates the two drivers. Will we see a change in position, or will Richardson keep his spot? 0.3 of a second. Lucas tried to get aggressive there. Hit his brakes a little slow. Was able to close the gap to under half a second. But now the gap has opened up a little bit. No, I take that back. It's about 0.3 of a second now. A lot of the drivers say that they just follow close behind the driver in front and hope that a mistake happens and pounce on that opportunity. Looks like Lucas isn't waiting for that opportunity, and he's just going to go right to try to just outdrive Richardson and overtake him on a corner. But as you can see, this course is relatively narrow. It'll be very hard for any of these drivers to try to get around the driver in front, as Richardson takes the inside and goes around the hairpin and is able to get a good, looks like a pretty good acceleration out of the hairpin corner into the front stretch. The gap has opened up to 0.6 of a second. This looks like Lucas has a little more speed and has a slight advantage with that. Let's go ahead, hop on board with Lucas Puntarelli and observe from the cockpit view and see, just see how much room he's got and how close he gets. Because the gap does open up between the 85 and the 13 car. It looks like the number 5 car, Erik Booker, has gone into the pits. He was on lap 11 of his stint. So you can see Lucas taking the inside there. Ooh. And looks like Erik is blinking. Very tough to tell where Erik is when he blinks. It's very hard to try to prevent that from happening when if you live in a rural area or have just other people living inside the same house or living quarters. And if they are using the internet, it will cause a little bit of bandwidth usage. Oh, that's not the view that I wanted. There we go. That's a better view. You can see how wide the car is, and it takes about a whole lane for, for like regular driving. This is currently our closest race. Ooh. Oh! I'm not sure what happened to Richardson here. He went straight into the walls, and now he's in the pit. It looks like Puntarelli will have third place all to himself now, as he will start to chase down Brian McKinney. So with that water fountain there, I'm not sure where the wall is for that, and if iRacing will allow you to drive over the plants and the flowers there. Not that I want someone to drive through it, because the plants and the flowers look beautiful, but, a little curious about that. But I guess you'll have to find out by getting iRacing. And I'll have to find out by actually driving around this course. It's a very tough course tonight. Puntarelli gets down to about 8.5 seconds between himself and McKinney. We'll go ahead and hop on board with Ian Miller and see how he's doing with his race. Looks like he may have just passed Erik Booker there.
Well, hello there.
Oh, looks like we got a good race between Richardson and Fluck. So, never mind. Not a good race. Looks like they are both in the pits. So I will go back to Ian Miller here. Looks like DJ Fluck was able to go around Erik Richardson, who is currently getting some repairs done to his car. So we do have another update on the not the scoreboard, but on the places. First place, Ian Miller, hasn't changed. McKinney in second. Puntarelli in third. DJ Fluck now in fourth place. Erik Richardson in fifth in the pits, and Derek Booker in sixth place. And looks like Ian Miller will have to fight, not really fight through, but looks like DJ Fluck in the 88 car will let Ian Miller through and get lapped down another one. Currently, all the drivers are at least a lap behind of Ian Miller here. Some of the drivers have a little bit of a bigger lap differential. DJ Fluck and Erik Richardson are currently 4 laps behind the leader, and Derek Booker is 7 laps behind the leader. For those of you who are astronomy enthusiasts, tonight is the harvest moon, also known as it's also the super moon. And if you have some clear skies, I would recommend going outside real quickly and taking a look at the moon. It is a partial lunar eclipse. The peak was at, I believe, 10:44 p.m. Eastern time, so 7:44 Pacific time. And I believe it ends a little later. So if you are interested, go ahead and take a look at the moon when you get a chance. Lunar eclipses do happen a little more often compared to solar eclipses. But a lunar eclipse is, for those who may not know it, is when the Earth goes between the sun and the moon. So the Earth's shadow actually gets casted onto the moon instead of the other way around for a solar eclipse, where the solar eclipse is where the moon goes in front, in between the sun and the Earth. As tonight is a partial lunar eclipse in the American side of things, it's kind of cool. It's just a part of it. So, and we got Erik Richardson in the booth, the number 13 driver. Welcome to the broadcast booth.
Howdy there.
Just talking about the moon a little bit.
Yeah, I was listening in. It's always a fun sight to see.
Oh, yeah. So, I have a question regarding the water fountain and the plants there. Can you drive through the plants?
I think you can.
Okay.
Never actually tried.
Well, don't try it. But how did the race feel so far tonight? I know you're. We kind of watched as you got onto the front stretch. It looked like potentially your steering locked up and got you into the wall.
Yeah, just a little bit of wheel spin and got into the wall and dove into the pits, but I'm broken, so that's actually my race.
Oh, okay. Well, congratulations on your race. Probably not what you really wanted, but and you survived 33 laps here at Long Beach, so.
Yeah, I was looking to hopefully try to be that top 3, but gonna end up 6th place tonight.
Oh yeah, because Derek's still out there racing, and it looks like he will be passing you on this lap. But hey, at least put up a good. At least you're here driving, and hopefully had a decent time out there.
Oh, I don't know about decent, but we got through there, got some points tonight. With Ian winning today, I don't know if I was going to have a chance to catch him for the championship, but maybe we can still try to get up there top 3 or maybe even finish second somehow.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool to see. We just witnessed Lucas Puntarelli miss a turn off of the front stretch. He was in second, passing McKinney, but now he's back in third place, and McKinney takes advantage of the mistake that Lucas made. Currently on lap 40. I got about 10 more laps left to go tonight. So we got, 3 more races here?
Yes, we do. We have Nashville coming up here next week.
And then Kansas with the break between Nashville and Kansas.
And then we'll get to finish off with a 250-mile race at the Indianapolis Oval.
Oh, that'd be exciting. Is that under the lights?
No, it'll be during the day. The speedway is actually not lit.
Oh, interesting. I did not know that.
Yeah, that was one of the big things with the 500 this year with that rain delay. They actually had a finish time that if it hit, it was going to be white flag, and if they weren't at 200, too bad.
Oh, wow. Interesting. Good to know. Get to learn something new every day. So how did the track feel tonight?
Overall, not too bad. Maybe a little slippery, but it's set to the weather conditions that IndyCar would have had when they ran here at the start of the season.
Oh, okay. Do they race here this season?
Yeah, it's usually the second or third race on the schedule. It's one of the earlier ones.
Oh, okay. So I got some false information then that I told to the viewers. Because the information I pulled it from said that they raced up till 2018, and they haven't been back
Maybe
since.
a reconfiguration, but Scott Dixon was the winner this year, somehow saved a massive amount of fuel.
Oh, interesting. Did you have a fuel strategy going into tonight's race?
Just wanted to try to run a little bit long on the primary tires and shorten up that alternate stint just to watch out for the degradation.
Okay. Um, we had Ian earlier in the broadcast before the race, and he said that he wasn't a big fan of the primary tires. How would you feel about the primary tires?
I actually like them a touch better than the alternate tire choice, but through that second run after my pit stop, I was actually feeling pretty comfortable on the alternate set.
Oh, that's good. Glad to hear. Is the
See
all?
Lucas catch back up to Brian here. We'll see what he can do.
Oh yeah, saw a small drift action from Lucas too. Lucas is oh, Brian
Oh,
hit the
Brian's
wall.
in the wall.
Yeah. Looks like it hasn't affected him too badly. Just lost the front wing
Uh,
there.
yeah, it's going to really affect him in the turns. We'll see if he dives in here. Yeah, he's
Does
staying out.
does losing a wing affect you pretty badly? I know aerodynamically it will, but
Yeah, he's going to lose a ton of downforce as well.
okay, good to know.
So we'll see if he has a hard time turning the car.
Guess we'll see right here. No, looks like he is able to do it pretty well there. We've seen Lucas make a couple mistakes on the track tonight, so maybe we'll see Brian stay out there and capitalize on one if Lucas makes another one. Within the
Yeah, we'll have
last...
to see how he does in a little bit of those higher speed turns. Those first couple and through the fountain turn are fairly slow.
Okay. We saw on your first stint on your tires. Ooh, Lucas hit the wall pretty hard there too, just now. But that you lost both of your wings. Did that affect any of the turns in the corners?
Oh, yeah, it was a nightmare. It was really loose getting in.
Yeah, I can't imagine having no downforce on the front where you control going left and right. Oh,
Oh, we got stuck.
ouch.
Yeah, I was actually surprised I didn't get meatballed earlier, as I had a couple turns where I popped the wall pretty good, but that actually explains it.
Yeah, we've seen a couple drivers hit the wall pretty hard, and from the broadcast perspective, it looked like the tire was completely gone, and then all of a sudden it kind of just reappeared onto the side of the car.
Yeah, that's some of the just iRacing and net coding.
Okay, good to know. It looks like the gap is widening between Lucas and Brian McKinney now.
And I'm sure he's having to be a little bit more ginger getting into the turns to make sure that he can make it and not just have it drive straight into that outside wall.
Yeah. So we are watching Brian McKinney kind of navigate through the course now. What do you think of Ian Miller and how he's doing tonight?
You know, he's really strong on the road courses. He drives in the GTP series and does the LMP2 for endurance races. So he's very accustomed to the higher downforce cars and running on road courses. You know, I gotta say, he's done a really good job too of getting more accustomed to the ovals because he was actually a road guy when he joined in with Wednesday Night Dash and started running ovals.
Oh, interesting. Well, let me pull up the standings for Indy Racing World Series up to this race. Yeah, and you know, for someone who's usually a road course guy, he's currently sitting first, and Lucas isn't too far behind him, 5 points behind. So
Yeah, I did hear, unless something changes, Lucas may be missing the next race at Nashville, which is going to hurt that championship run.
oh, so that'll open up.
Yeah, there we see Brian with that lack of downforce on the front got into the wall.
So we'll see a little bit of a shakeup there and a potential opening for maybe Derek Booker to jump in
Yeah,
and
he's
take
going to
second.
gain a few points on me here. I think I'm sitting like 3 or 4 points behind him.
Yep. Let's see.
So widen
Yeah,
up a little bit, but going on to ovals, you never know what could happen there.
that is very true. You know, you can never with ovals you can never count out anyone, especially with the cautions and the lucky dogs.
Yeah, exactly. And with the lead that Ian's going to have after this race, unless he misses a race, I don't think anybody's going to be able to catch him,
No, I don't
even
think
if he
so.
does start and finishes last in a couple of them.
Yeah, and I don't think Ian will be doing that anytime soon on any other races.
No, I think he's going to run towards the front, but very smart driver. I think he's also going to run and try to be safe for the championship.
Which makes sense.
And on a side note there, myself and DJ are actually excluded if we were to win the overall championship.
Oh, for the Indy Racing World Series?
Yep, because we have a little prize pack for the overall season champion. R2, we are not eligible to win.
Aha.
We can still get the title of the season champion, but the prize pack would then go on to the next place finisher.
Good to know.
And that is also a special thanks to one of our sponsors, Rogue Energy.
Did you get to drink some before the race tonight?
Yeah, most days I do that, get a nice little caffeine fix, and try and stay away from the soda.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, so does.
Unless it's Dad's root beer, of course.
Oh, looks like we got 3 more laps to go. Lap 48 for Ian Miller. We'll go ahead and hop on board with Ian Miller here. Looks like he's about to lap Derek Booker. Looks like DJ's also in the pits, but he just went in there about 30 seconds ago. That pit entry, it looks really tough to get into it, you know, because it's
Yeah,
after
you gotta
that
be
hairpin.
ready for it.
Yeah. And it looks like it's a pretty long pit lane too.
Yeah, it is. Probably not quite what Indianapolis is, but it is a long pit road here.
And how's the exit? Because we know the entrance is a little tough. How is the exit as tough, or is it easy to get out and rejoin the
It's
race?
easy to get out, but you have to take it almost really deep to turn one before you can cut back onto the racing surface. Because as we watch Ian go through here, that is the exit right there. It's like
Oh,
right on the entrance. You have to get past that blue cone before you cut in.
oh, that makes it tough.
So you can get up to speed, but you still have to hit your braking points and get a little bit harder left-hand turn to make it.
And you have cold tires going into it too.
Yep. So that's a really interesting spot. Watching real IndyCar races, and if we pick up more cars, could be a very interesting and entertaining passing spot.
Oh. I think on lap 1 at the beginning of the race, that was actually where Lucas actually messed up. Went straight instead of taking a left turn there.
Yeah, if you lock it up, there is at least that little runoff area.
Which is nice.
I
And
think we are seeing Ian be smart right here, just kind of chilling behind. His pace is slowed up a little bit,
yeah,
just making sure he keeps it clean.
and the white flag was waving there. Got this is the final lap. Oh,
Oh,
whoa! What a stop by Ian Miller there. Almost ran right into Derek Booker.
yeah, I'm sure he saw the smoke popping up there and knew something was going on.
Yeah, what a. I don't know if lucky break's the right way to put it, but what a break for him. Just great situational awareness there by Ian Miller. I heard we heard the tires breaking, um, or like the spinning out on the broadcast, but didn't really see anything until Ian entered the corner. So let's go into the final couple last turns.
Yeah, coming up to the hairpin here, and we'll see him come across for the checker.
There he goes. As we are watching him weave in and out as he takes the checkered flag. And we have a winner in tonight's race.
And congratulations to Ian Miller. That was a fantastic race.
Second place, we have Lucas Puntarelli. And in third place, Brian McKinney, who's still driving. Fourth place, Derek Booker. Fifth place will be DJ Fluck, who will finish in the pits. And in sixth place, we got Erik Richardson, who is currently in the booth with us tonight.
Yeah, hopefully we can improve on that here next week. But happy to join the booth too. It's a lot of fun up here.
We're glad to have you, and glad to have a little more insight into the race and the track. As we'll pull up the results, as all the drivers have finished, and maybe we'll get to see Ian Miller do a little bit of a burnout.
Yeah, I saw him doing some donuts there in that runoff area in the turn 1.
Oh, okay. Oh, looks like we might have missed it. But we'll see if we can get some of the drivers into here. We'll I want to see Brian in the driver's radio booth, but I'll maybe we'll start with second place, Lucas Pintorelli. Let me drag him over. Hey, Lucas, do you have a copy?
Hey, what's up?
Hey, this is the broadcast. Ooh, wow, I can't speak English tonight. Welcome to the broadcast booth. Congratulations on your second place finish.
Thanks.
How did it feel tonight?
Honestly, not pretty proud with how I drove, because just immediately just ruined it going to lap into turn 1. So that ruined my chances of the win, or even getting close to it, Ian, at all. But I guess recovering from last to P2, I'll take it.
Yeah, that's a pretty big jump, going from last to second place. So congratulations on fighting your way back to second place. I know this course has not been friendly to a lot of the drivers tonight. So going from last to second and being able to stay out there with everyone. Good job on that one. What was your strategy going into tonight's race, if there was one?
Really, just don't repeat what I did into turn 1. Just keep it out of the wall and just manage the fuel and tires. There was actually one point. Funny how to say manage the fuel, but during my scheduled stop, I did actually ran out of fuel in the pit lane, and I was literally just cruising. The car was just cruising with the momentum into my pit lane. Had my pit box be like a bit farther, I probably would have not made it.
Oh wow, got lucky there. We didn't see that on the
Yep.
broadcast, so good to know. We're glad that you were able to make it to your pit box without needing a tow, because that would have definitely
Yeah.
hurt.
Yep.
But anyone you'd like to thank for tonight's race?
Just like thanks, probably just the drivers who made it out. Unfortunately, it seems like we didn't have a huge grid tonight, but it's alright. We still had a bit of fun with just the guys who came out tonight, and also my girlfriend here by my side, cheering me on.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, congratulations on second place tonight, and will we see you next week at Nashville?
Awesome. Nashville. I don't think I'll make it to Nashville. So unfortunately, Ian might have a jump on me in the championship. So after
Oh.
Nashville, I would definitely have to get work on, catch up to Ian.
Oh, okay. Well,
So,
we'll see
believe-
you. I can't remember what it was. Let me pull it up real quickly. We'll see you in
I believe
Kansas then.
Kansas.
Yeah.
Yes, you guys will see me in Kansas.
Awesome. Well, have a great rest of your night. Congratulations on your second place finish, and we will see you on October 8th at Kansas.
Yes, I'll see you guys then.
And Ian, welcome to the broadcast booth.
Hello.
Congratulations on finishing first. A very, very strong showing from the, I don't know if I should say road course champ, but the road course champ at Long Beach for Indy Racing World Series.
Yeah.
How did it feel tonight?
I mean, this track is really, really gnarly. I think is probably the best adjective. I mean, it's as bumpy as Sebring with no runoff. So, I mean, even I made a couple of mistakes throughout. I did, bonk the wall a couple times and picked up some damage throughout the first stint. But luckily, just being able to remain consistent seemed to help quite a bit. So just being able to set the car in as much fuel saving as possible and that helps just save the tires too. So I could kind of drive consistently and aggressively because the car wasn't trying to kill me.
That's good. We saw you go about like 27, 28 laps on your first stint. You didn't have to.
Yeah.
You didn't have any issues with the fuel or anything like that.
No. Once I saw that I had a 5-second gap to second place, I kicked it to fuel saving to mix 3. Once I saw it get to 10 seconds, I kicked up to 6, and once I realized I was the only one on the lead lap, I just kicked it to 8 and just started chilling, just setting 112 after 112.
Oh, okay. Is there anyone you'd like to thank for tonight's race?
Yeah, I'd like to thank my beautiful and lovely fiance and my dog, who behaved again. Ooh, she's on a roll.
Hey, that's good. And hopefully she'll behave for next week's race in
Yeah.
Nashville.
Yeah. That's a track I like quite a bit. I've actually run a couple of officials there, so I feel like I've got a bit of practice.
Oh, good. Okay. Well, I wish you luck in next week at Nashville. Hopefully you do
Yeah,
well.
thank
And
you.
congratulations on your first place finish.
Thank you kindly.
Hope you have a great night.
You as well.
Thanks. On that note, that was race number 7 here at Long Beach. Next week will be Nashville, which I think is 115 laps. So please tune in right here at CMC TV. Green flag will be waving at 10:17 p.m. Eastern Time. And don't forget, tomorrow is also Wednesday Night Dash. So please join us right here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. It will be the oval. And green flag will be waving at 10:17 p.m. Eastern Time. So join in on some fun and some more racing. On that note, thank you very much for joining us here tonight. It was a pleasure hosting you all, and I hope you have a great rest of your night. See you later. Take care.